What's good, y'all? Hope everybody's living well and staying blessed. It's your boy Marcus B. As always, I'm with the one and only Mr. Evan Simmons. And new guy Chris is on a date with his lady because it's her birthday or something like that. So he is not with us. This is episode 53 of Holla at Your Boy. And today I sat down with one of my good buddies and active participant in the podcast, Mr. Connor Towns. And we don't really talk about anything, and yet we managed to talk about everything. Covering a wide range of spectrum. The audio just got a little weird. No, whatever. Wide spectrum of conversations and thoughts. It's fine. I'm just going to keep going through it. It is what it is. It's a weird episode, but as it is with Connor, it's a good time. We just talk about stuff, and we managed to talk about life, and then we also managed to talk about things that give us anxiety, and they're both legitimate, and they're both nonsense. Anyways... if you guys like what we're doing out here, make sure you like, follow, subscribe, and share with all the homies of your own so that way we can get it to as many people as possible. It's the only way this gets as much traffic as it is. So we are still at 132? 132, maybe 133. Maybe picked up a subscriber or two. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoy the episode. Peace.
I always enjoy it.
I always enjoy it.
Yeah.
Shout out to Eric Puente. I know he feels some kind of way about the fact that this is one of the first things that he put out.
It's his greatest work.
It's his greatest work.
So far. Yeah, there's a lot coming.
Oh, yeah. Certainly he's going to come up with some more stuff that's going to be really good.
Yeah. We were messing around with some music the other night.
Yeah.
And it's funny because he's very, very much about the just very, very tonal. And
yeah.
It sounds like a lot of stuff that I would listen to on the radio or look at Spotify. And I enjoy that stuff a lot. And then that's just not my wheelhouse at all. I tried so hard to get over into that space, and I just kept, I felt like I had just wrong notes all over the place. Because when I do stuff, I'm not thinking about any of that. No, I'm just zooming. And then, but that makes it hard when you're trying to collaborate in real time.
Yeah.
But it's good. There's some good stuff. We sent some files back and forth. There's some good stuff coming. Yeah.
That's how I feel. So, this is what I wish I would have said to Colin.
Okay.
On the Free Day album.
Okay.
There is music for not music people that music people don't like. Right?
Say that again.
There's music out there.
Yes.
Made for regular people.
Okay.
That musicians don't like.
Okay.
Then there's music made by heavy-duty musicians just for musicians.
Okay.
Right? There's your Robert Glaspers, your Snarky Puppy to an extent.
Sure.
Some of their family dinners where it just gets a little oh, this is really cool. But a normal person listening to this, they're like, what is Layla Hathaway doing with her voice?
Sure, yeah.
You know what I mean? And then there is normal people music made by musicians that musicians enjoy.
Yeah.
And I think that's the best classification for Colin's EP.
Oh, I see.
You know what I mean?
For what he is, yeah.
Because it's a pop album, right? Mm-hmm. And pop is it's popular music. So the layman person. Do you have to say layman person?
The layman?
Just the layman, right?
Yeah, it's just the layman.
Thought so. The layman. That feels wrong.
I just keep thinking of Michael's.
That's all I think of.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can say it too.
The Michaels enjoy it. And then it's enough musicality behind it to where musicians and those folk will listen to him like, oh, there's that little bass line in the back. There's that harmonization that he did. You know what I mean? Where there's enough little spice in it to where everybody can vibe on it.
Yeah, I'm gonna say any kind of classification of any. It's all bull, dude. Like, nah. I understand what you're saying, but I also think that is kind of a result of like, I don't know, musicians and people that are in like selling music and selling art, like label execs and stuff. The only reason we have like genres is so that we have an easier way to predict an audience and like sell a certain number of albums or tickets or streams for such and such, right? Like if you go, I like jazz music, I bet we can find a jazz artist that you're not a fan of, and I bet we can find I'm not into metal. It's like I bet we can find one. I bet we can find somebody that you could like at least find interest in. I just say that to say like, I don't know, man. Some of the pop music that's for the people. Yeah, some bangers, man. They're good.
There is.
There's good stuff.
There's some good stuff out there.
Why put a name to it?
I'm not gonna casually listen to
Kelly Clarkson.
Yeah, let's go with Kelly Clarkson.
Why not?
It's not that interesting.
Really?
Most of it.
You never just like blasted Since You've Been Gone?
I mean, Since You've Been Gone is a banger.
Right. Why?
Because there's some body behind it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, who cares? It's okay just to go, I really like the song. If somebody goes, well, why? You go, I don't have to answer to you. It's art. I can like what I want, and I can not like what I want to not like.
It's also very true.
It's totally fine. I feel like, I don't know, when people who are involved in the thing know enough about, I don't know, like how it gets made, that there feels like there needs to be more justification for, well, this is why I like this, or this is why I like this. And there's nothing wrong with that. But also, like, there's nothing wrong with just enjoying something and being simply satisfied with that and going, I enjoy it because I enjoy it. And I'm not sure why. And maybe if I thought about it, I could find some, trends or patterns or things that I like in other stuff. But I'm cool just enjoying it. I feel like I spent way too much of college, trying to think about, well, why does this sound good? And why do I like this? And why is this like good music and this is bad music and stuff? And I look back and it's like, man, maybe you could just chill out. I don't know. You could take a nap and just enjoy this for a little bit.
And that's how I feel about the Beatles.
Yeah.
The Beatles are just like, they're not very complex. They're just kind of playing tunes and you're just enjoying it. It's like, okay, all right, we're good.
I've heard a lot of things like, oh, I always go back to the Beatles, or I always go back to these certain chord progressions, or like there's the way that they have form in some of their songs. And yeah, to me, a lot of times that sounds like, hey man, you don't have to like make up reasons to like the Beatles.
Yeah, like I
can
don't
just
know anything
enjoy
about
it. Yeah, like you can also not make up any reasons to not like them. Like if it's not your cup of tea, just say, not my favorite, not my big deal.
Unpopular opinion. Don't care for the Beatles.
That's totally fine.
It's all right.
I really like their lyrics. Across the Universe is probably one of my favorite soundtracks.
Sure.
Because I like the lyrics, but I like literally anybody else singing them, apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks for some good covers.
It does. Yeah. Everything, like, those songs just cover very well.
Yeah. Well, anyway, thanks for having me back.
Yeah. I realized I didn't introduce you back. Yeah.
You don't have to. It's okay.
Well, it is an important day because you are still the front runner of most not consecutive, most times on the show.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
This is your third time.
Well, you keep making me dinner, so
I keep making you dinner.
I keep coming back. When you stop making me dinner, I'll stop coming into your show.
Fair enough.
I'm an easy
key
sell.
to a man's heart. Right?
Yeah.
It's through his stomach. Something like that, right? There's some corny saying.
I don't know.
Oh. But yeah, man, welcome back. We are now at the start. Yeah, what is the thing? The key to is food.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's the fastest way to a man's heart is through his stomach. That's the one I was looking for. Yeah. Which isn't true with us because I don't think I've ever cooked for you until recent.
Maybe. I don't know.
Did you eat any of the food when we did 4th of July and 934?
Yeah. A little bit. Maybe.
That was probably the first time.
It's all a blur.
It's all a blur.
I gotta say too. I mean, well, let's just be transparent about this. Both times that I've come on here in person, you've taken me out to a very hearty brunch.
Hearty
and it's
brunch.
very good. And then all of that food sits in my stomach and makes me very, very tired. And then it's time to do a show. And I go, time to buck up. Here we go. And so, all the spitballing and all that, I'm trying so hard to fire on all cylinders right now.
Got it,
but
baby.
you know what? Maybe we just what if this one's different? What if you just
a super lax one?
Yeah, absolutely nothing. I don't know.
I mean, the last time we just literally just kind of talked about our infatuation with coffee.
Oh yeah, it was over at our place.
At your place.
Yeah.
Coffee with Connor.
Yeah.
Because I thought that was going to become a segment because I kept coming down to Kyle, and then I just actually stopped coming down to Kyle because I stopped having a reason to go down there.
It's a drive.
That's
okay.
But yeah. We were also talking about this.
What?
If I had a better kitchen,
yeah,
how would you feel about if like a show, like a podcast while I cook you dinner?
Okay, makes sense.
That'd be kind of cool, right?
Yeah, you got to make sure you're like on the mic and not just hearing cooking sounds the whole time.
Obviously, there's
we'd have to get like
a lot of production that needs to go into it.
Lapel mic?
Yeah, wireless lapel mic.
Yeah.
And then like some really, I don't know, like how you would cancel out like the sizzling.
I mean, the lapel mic was only going to pick up what's like right here. So all this, it would still be there, but
that's fair.
It wouldn't be clean audio though.
Yeah.
Completely clean, but
it's okay if it's a little dirty.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the conversation we were talking about last night.
What?
Do you have any friends that you don't feel like they had any fun in college because they were so worried about getting the right gig that they felt that if they did anything wrong, that would deter them from getting said gig?
Yeah, 1,000%.
Yeah. Do you feel bad for them?
Not really.
No.
Because I mean, it's kind of like your choice if you
Yeah.
want to focus on the career for all of college. And
I think that's a big like perception thing too, though, because you could ask. I'm sure that certain people could have asked me, "Hey, man, why don't you like take it a little bit looser?" And I'm sure there's also people that could have said to me, "Hey, like maybe you should really buckle down a little bit right now." It's just a point of perspective. And also, you got to ask people like some people might just really, really enjoy doing 100%, 100% workload all the time, and that's what they get out of it.
That's true.
I don't know.
I like to think that
I had a blast in college.
I had a really good time in college. I enjoyed everything that we did, everything that I did. I mean, naturally, there's one or two things that I would have done differently, but...
Oh, there we go. Okay, so if you could change... I'm hosting now. If you could change... It's doing
This is the goal. This is the goal, is just to get people comfortable enough to where I actually don't have to do anything, and they come to me with all their stuff.
oh no,
That's what I like going on with Max Carney.
He's
always got like...
he's ready to fire.
He's ready to fire questions at me.
See, okay, so how long have we been recording right now?
This is 12 minutes or something like that.
Okay, so it took 14 minutes. It took me 14 minutes to like get my brain alive again.
Yeah.
And now we're kicking. So anybody out there, just pretend this is the start again, right off the bat. But boom, if you could change one thing that you did in college for something else that you did, what would it be?
I wouldn't have lived with the dudes from my dorm sophomore and junior year.
Was it no good?
It wasn't because it was bad, but lifestyle and just like, if you're surrounded by other people that are doing the same thing as you, it's easier for you to do said thing.
Sure.
Right? Like, one dude wasn't in school. The other guy was finishing up what was he doing? I think he was doing like an off-brand business degree. Like he didn't get into McCoy. Which one is it? Mm-hmm. I think it's McCoy.
I think it's McCoy.
Yeah, he didn't get into McCoy, so he was doing like just like a Texas State business.
McCoy.
Yeah. Degree, and then the other guy was doing like some IT nonsense. And so Homie was playing League of Legends the entire time. The out of school dude was playing League of Legends the entire time, and then the other guy was working. So it was just like kind of odd vibes of
sure.
What are we doing here?
Yeah, you have different rhythms of life. A term that I heard recently that I really liked was like, if your lifestyles are radically different, or even if they're not even super different, you realize really quick living with people because their habits start to interrupt your habits, and your habits interrupt their habits.
Yeah.
Even really really small stuff when it comes down to okay, how do you put certain silverware away versus how another person puts it away.
Yeah.
Or how does, this person, how often do they clean like their room versus how often does this person clean their room? All little tiny things like that.
Yeah.
And big things too. When are certain people coming home? When do certain people leave in the day? Yeah, all that stuff. You gotta learn to either everybody has to adapt or everybody just gets, kind of brought down by all the interruptions happening over and over again.
And like I said, it wasn't a bad experience, but
what do you think would be different had you, like, what would you have done instead?
Maybe I get into the school of music faster.
Sure.
Maybe I don't end up taking 6.5 years because I'm surrounded by, because that was also part of the problem too, is that after I never lived with someone that was in the same timeline as me.
Sure.
So like me ultimately getting pushed back a semester because of I didn't know about the schedule that I was supposed to be on.
Right.
And the class I was supposed to take in like the fall, that like I couldn't be like, hey, like, what are you taking?
Right.
To my roommate. It was like because my roommate at the time was a sophomore.
Yeah.
So it's like, hey, what are you taking? Theory 3. Okay, well.
Right. It doesn't really
I took that 3 years ago.
Pertain to you, yeah. Yeah.
So maybe, like little things like that, instill the drive sooner, practice more, like little stuff like that. But then also like maybe not.
Who knows?
Who knows?
All right, your turn.
Is there anything that you would do differently?
Oh, no. Come up with something else. No, ask a different question.
If you didn't go to the University of Miami, where would you go and why?
Like for grad school?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know that I would have gone to grad school.
Oh.
Honestly, my first choice was Baylor.
Shout out.
Honestly.
Second Bears.
And it wasn't because of, it was a little bit, we're not fans of that. We're close by.
We're close by. It's like 30 minutes out.
No, it had nothing to do with like the program really. I really liked the professor there because I was auditioning for trumpet stuff. But really, why I wanted that to be it is just because enough people had said, "Hey, you should audition for grad schools. I think you have a real shot." And I went, "Okay, I guess I should do that." So I did that, and I knew that Waco was going to be really cheap to live in, and at the time that program had, maybe they still do, a really good like assistantship thing, so I wasn't gonna have to worry about money. It's like, I can live in Waco for dirt cheap, and it was close by, and it was closer to home and closer to all my friends, and everyone was supposed to get a job. So in my head, like I was already there. I was already like in my brain building a life in Waco, thinking like, okay, I'm gonna have like a studio apartment, and I'll bike to the university every day, and I'll have these days to practice, and I'll visit people on the weekends. I already had all that in my head, and I didn't get in because they had one spot, and I was like, okay, well, the only reason I'm auditioning at other schools, Miami being one of them, initially was just because like people said, hey, you should audition at multiple places, so you have some options. And in my head, I went, I guess so, sure. Still building this entire life over in Waco, but. For a while, I actually wasn't going to be able to go to Miami. I didn't finalize that decision till the very end for some personal reasons. But I was getting ready to say, okay, I guess I'm going to teach. Like, I don't think I probably would have gone to grad school at all.
Really?
No, I don't think so. Well, and I mean, the only thing that I really thought I wanted out of that at the time was, okay, I'm going to go to do a master's, and then I'm immediately going to go do a doctorate, and then I'm immediately going to try and do like some university teaching position. And I thought that, I still think that's I would love to be teaching at the collegiate level. The way to get there through music right now is a little wonky.
Yeah.
But I don't know. There was, at the time I was taking, I was sending in applications. I was asking for recommendations from people for like high school and middle school jobs, teaching band. I thought about maybe just not doing any of that and moving back home and crashing with my parents for just a little bit and working like a temporary job and trying to practice.
Yeah.
But at the time, I was really, really just set on, well, I guess that's not gonna happen yet. Looking back now, I still don't think I would have gone to grad school. I really don't. Like, I think I probably would have either probably gone straight into teaching, like a full-time, probably band or maybe an elementary position or something, or would have applied to like law school. Honestly. Yeah.
One of our buddies is going to law school. I'll tell you off. No, I think you might have talked to him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't want to put his.
No, you're good.
His
Yeah.
business
No,
out there,
for sure. And it,
which
you know,
is wild.
Yeah.
Like thinking about who he is and how like, Tuba.
I mean, yeah, but that's the thing is that, especially now knowing what I do, having been in those circles and been in those situations and close to them, it's like before COVID happened in the music world, we were already like, okay, the idea of being a full-time musician, not as some ridiculously like marketed self-entrepreneurial social media musician, like actively you had a position somewhere or you were gigging incredibly actively on stuff, that was already tough enough.
Yeah.
That unfortunately was kind of on its way out, especially if you were in like the classical world, if you were doing orchestra stuff, or even if you're trying to do, you know, one of these military bands. Military bands are great gigs. The window is just, the field's getting more competitive and there's less and less spots to fill.
Yeah.
So then when COVID hits, like everything is basically out the window. And the model right now for musicians in that sense is moving towards hey, you know, subscribe to my channel, subscribe to my Instagram. I'm going to be recording. Here's like a workshop. People are doing all kinds of stuff to say like, here, help these kids, or, you know, teach students and all these things. And I'm not saying anything's wrong with that. Like, everybody's got to, you know, make their own way. Personally, I don't love that model. I don't like
It's not the best.
I just don't think it's a good replacement. Like,
It's not.
It's not.
It
No,
really isn't. And it just doesn't. It's not as fulfilling for anybody.
Yeah.
And it's.
We talked about this a little earlier. I don't need any more noise, to be frank. Like, I don't need more content just constantly coming through my phone or coming through my computer.
Yeah.
If anything, I think most of us probably need a lot less of it. Mm-hmm. And so if the only option is, okay, you either make tons and tons of content and you distribute it as fast as possible all the time, even, it doesn't matter what it is, just go all the time, and everybody jumps on board, it just gets even more crowded, it gets more noisy, we have way more things that we probably don't need to be listening to 100% of the time. You know, we're like super saturated. If my options are between go do that and continue to move into an overly saturated field with too much material, or maybe change course, take a time, you know, we're young, and be able to do that, I think most worlds, if not at least half of those worlds, I probably change trajectory, like our friend is. Don't blame him for that.
I don't blame it at all.
No.
I mean, homie's gonna get paid.
Oh yeah,
gonna get paid.
yeah. And you know, also too, that's the big thing is that, like, I don't know, people are so concerned about, well, if you spent this much time doing this thing and it's not like the main thing that you're doing, who are you?
Yeah.
Like, hey, you know, for most, a really sustainable model for like teaching arts or having arts in a really present society is everybody doing it or lots and lots of people doing it at a recreational level. Like we don't need another symphony orchestra. We don't. What we could use is a lot more people that feel equipped artistically and feel equipped with whatever little tools around them they have to just make stuff on their own and make things for themselves and make things for their friends and make things for their family. That when you talk about like arts really flourishing, that's where that comes from, and that doesn't have to be tied into the way that you pay your bills.
Yeah.
I understand that for a lot of people it is, and a lot of those processes are very time intensive, and the only way they're able to do what they love is if there's some way that they can monetize it and get it through. But also, I want my kids to be involved with something musically or something artistically, and I have absolutely zero expectation for them to like be good enough at it that they're going to make a living doing it. I could care less about that.
Yeah,
doesn't really matter.
It's kind of like Tim Lotzenheiser always throws it in his teammate speeches, which sad day that we're not going to get that this year.
We'll get Tim.
We'll get Tim.
We just won't get him in a room with everybody else there.
Again, it's just not the same.
Yeah, I get that. I get that.
But
it was only a year ago.
I know, man.
That's crazy.
Wild.
Man.
But just like how he talks about, you go to his hometown and he talks about his old choir director and how you go to church and everybody holds the hymnal the correct way and everybody's teaching, like singing the correct part.
Right.
Yeah.
And all that. And it's just like, they don't need to do that, but everybody was in her music class.
Oh, yeah.
So they just know how to do it. So, like, just hold it right.
Yeah.
And just get to sing. Like, that's probably the only time they sing throughout their week.
Yeah.
And yet the one time they do sing, it's like, hey, man.
That was good.
Yeah.
That was really good.
The communal aspect of music making is really where like the power of it lies.
Yeah.
It's not really in the proficiency. It's not really in, the technique. Those things can be important and they help create a certain level of like ritual to draw you in, like make the magic happen. But that's not really where it comes in. Where it comes in is a whole bunch of people getting together or sharing with each other this thing that maybe they wouldn't do otherwise, or maybe they wouldn't be able to make otherwise on their own. Like I can't play a West Side Story by myself.
Yeah.
And nowadays, and that's what's crazy. It's like if I really wanted to, could I go in and like record all the parts? Could somebody, not me, record all the parts on all the instruments and get everything done and line it up and make this whole thing go, look what I did. And it's like, cool, that's great. Like, that's awesome. But that in itself wasn't like it really, seriously. It wasn't a communal experience. It wasn't like you brought people
really
together
impressive,
for this thing.
But yeah.
It's like, that's a very cool, like, professional skill to have. But I think it robs a lot of the magic from
nobody's
the thing.
better for it.
Yeah.
Other than you.
Yeah, besides you.
Yeah. Yeah. And that is, I don't know. That's the whole thing, man. Someone was making I can't remember who it was. They were talking about how in magic, if you're a performing magician or you're trying to be, like, usually you don't have like a spectrum along which people like, oh, I really liked this, or I didn't like it at all, or I kind of liked it. I'm a little bit iffy on things. Usually with the trick, they go, either you fooled this person, the prestige, or you didn't. And I don't know. I've been thinking about that a lot lately. I've been thinking a lot about, okay, is in when we make art, is what we're doing like pulling the trick off? And I don't think that you have to like get all the right notes every single time, or play the correct repertoire to pull that trick off. But I do think that there are other things that are Really, really important to me. When I think about like, wow, like the prestige and the magic of music, what I don't think of is an Instagram account that has, I'm gonna do every single exercise in the Arbans. Here we go.
Yeah.
It's all here. I recorded all of it. Like, that's not magic, dude.
Yeah.
At best, it's an educational tool. At worst, it's just another thing of noise that's out there that we're spending a lot of time on and spending a lot of other people's time to listen to and read, and I don't know how much better we are for it.
Yeah.
We really need live performance to come back.
We do. Man, that's something I didn't know I missed. I didn't know I was gonna miss something so much that I didn't partake in very often.
Yeah.
Which is wild.
And then, and that's okay. If someone would tell me, like, okay, if I'm imagining like my perfect world, as far as, okay, what's your schedule in the day or your schedule throughout the week? Be like, okay, I go to work, maybe I have some super cush job that I get to only work like 4 or 5 hours a day, but it's the really, really intense stuff.
Yeah.
Just completely in it, and then you're done. And I would go get like my groceries from like a local market or something. I'd walk most places. I'd probably bike most places. I would probably spend multiple nights out of a week going to hear someone play something, or like listening to like a comedy show of some local person in town, or listen to someone go do poetry. When I think of that kind of life, there's like all kinds of opportunities for me to experience like that sharing, that community thing of art. But even before COVID, I think about what my life really was, and I really wasn't creating those opportunities.
That wasn't where you were at.
Or seeking those out. Yeah. And I don't know if they're always that easy to find, and you have to find ways to, you always want to be able to compensate people if it's something that they've really put a lot of time into. It's the only thing they have to take care of themselves. But making that kind of thing sustainable, I don't know. That's it's a long-term goal. It's a culture thing.
Yeah.
It's you have to build an environment and build a community that values that kind of interaction and that kind of sharing.
Yeah.
Altogether. I just keep thinking, the whole, okay, do an online masterclass. Okay, I'm selling tickets to do, Allstate stuff. I'm selling another like lesson package. And I'm saying this as somebody who makes their money doing lessons. Yeah. I think in the long run, sustainably, like,
it's not it.
Hey, what are we doing if we spend, if the only way we're trying to combat this and like, change trajectory on this is to turn everything we did and look at younger people or look at students of any age and say, well, you should learn how to do this. I can teach you how to do this, but everything we're teaching them is focused on this performing gig, or like, I'm speaking from like the classical or even like band world of like, oh, here's like the excerpts, or here's the solos, or here's the stuff. It's not sustainable because those things that we're preparing them for don't exist right now. Like, to be perfectly frank, hey, right now it's not really worth it to go learn, X, Y, and Z solos and excerpts for an audition that you take to get into a school so that you can do more of that thing and get really good at that thing and then get out and go, no one's playing it. Like, it doesn't exist.
Yeah.
And people are marketing that like crazy. And I don't know. I feel like it is I get why it's a Band-Aid. I get that people are needing to pay bills. And there's a lot of people that are very good at those kinds of things. I just think that in the long run, like that way of trying to make music or sell music isn't sustainable.
No, I agree.
Which is, it's a hard truth.
It's the best we can do.
Yeah, man.
And the best we can do right now kind of sucks.
I like orchestras and wind bands and stuff as much as the next guy. Probably a lot more than the next guy, considering most people. Big fan of it. Huge fan of it.
Big fan.
Big fan. We don't need more of them. It's costly. It's really, really costly. And who's to say that we can't? I don't know. Man, you got me talking. Dang it.
But you're saying we don't need more wooden bands?
Oh, hang on.
I was about to say, because I think we need a few more.
I don't think we need more. I don't think we need like that as a career path. I would love if we had way more like community orchestras and community bands, community anything. Like
Yeah.
I think it's a phenomenal. That's a super sustainable way to engage with that kind of art or engage with that kind of like creative decision making and not have to worry about how in the world are we going to pay all these people and get them a pension and get them all this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
We don't need an incredibly select number of people doing a job that a lot of people could do. We need a whole bunch of people actively appreciating and trying to participate in a thing that makes us better people.
Yeah, and it's weird how if the more we had, the better people would be getting paid.
Maybe. I don't know.
Well, the general assumption is that if the more people are participating in an activity, they have a higher appreciation for said activity. So when they go and
I see what you mean.
watch
a
higher level, they're just like willing to like.
Sorry, yeah. No, yeah, 100%.
Throw down a little bit more.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's why you see, when COVID hit, if you were a musician and you lived in Germany, the German government was like, "Yo, we got you."
Yeah.
Because that's a really, really big part of their
culture. Yeah.
And everybody, like, most people went, yeah, for sure. Like, we gotta make sure that, especially in the hard times, we are still able to have some art to kind of keep us moving and keep our kids looking forward to things to do. Yeah, absolutely. It's just not something that we appreciate.
Nope.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah. If it doesn't make money, we tend to not appreciate it very much out here.
Which is unfortunate.
Yeah.
And speaking back to our conversation over lunch, that's like another dream of mine is to have that bar and grill and have that open mic vibe and have that you can come. Like, I want to have a bar and grill that has a piano guy once a week.
Yeah.
That has open mic once a week.
Yeah.
That has random, like, group from down the block come and play.
Oh, yeah.
That'd be really cool.
It's about, it's like rituals.
Yeah.
There was, I can't remember his name. People talk about when you go to like the Vatican and you go to over in Italy. I haven't been, and you go to this place that is very, very old in its history, and there's a lot of like austerity and a lot of ritual to what happens there. Between I'm also not Catholic. The way that things happen, even if you're not religious. People talk about going there and having this very sense of I'm like caught up in the ritual. It is not hard. It's very, very hard to keep yourself separate from all of these different things that kind of pull you into this other space. Whenever I want to go and see a group, the best thing that can happen to me is that I feel like I'm part of a ritual. The best thing that can happen is that from beginning to end of this experience, it is trying to trick me into thinking that like nothing else matters. Right now, we are here, and this is what's important, and my whole world is encapsulated in this experience, and that's what's going on. We talked about this earlier with the movies. I'm not. I would love. I haven't been to a theater in months, almost a year probably, maybe even a year. I can't remember the last time I went to a theater, and I don't really go to the theater. Yeah, exactly.
Last time for me was October.
Yeah.
Oh, you went in October? Like when they first kind of opened up?
Yeah.
Gave it a go?
Yeah.
What'd you go see?
Broken Hearts Gallery.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know the last time I went to a theater.
Yeah, it's been a long time for a lot of people, and even then, like when you went, was it like all distanced and all
Yeah,
separated.
yeah.
Very
Super
small.
distance. Whenever you bought a ticket, you had to, of course, reserve your ticket, and the 2 seats next to you got blocked out.
Right,
And,
right. There's a kind of a ritual experience. I don't necessarily really like going to the movies just for the movie itself. Very rarely, honestly.
Yeah.
But if the right people are saying, we would do this in San Marcos. Someone would say, hey, like we're gonna go see a movie. And maybe it was a movie that if it was on Netflix or if I was seeing it on my phone or something, I probably wouldn't watch it because it just doesn't interest me.
Yeah.
But I'm going for the sake of like this ritual.
Yeah.
You go in, you get your snacks, you walk in, you sit in the seats. Even the previews are part of that ritual. If the previews weren't there in the movie, I would go, hey, wait a second. Like, that's not supposed to happen.
We could just leave.
Show me the previews. Yeah. Which, in any other, at home, I would go, skip the ads.
Yeah.
Like, get rid of them. They're not supposed to be here. And in the theater.
It's weird.
Yeah, it's really weird. It's really weird. It's a very, front to back experience that we have.
Yeah, I'd be very angry if I didn't get.
They should have like a democratic vote where everyone gets a button and they want to skip the ad.
This one looks bad. Click.
Right. But everything about that is so much more focused on the experience than the actual thing in front of it.
Yeah.
And, obviously it's always, you can be taken out of that. If the movie is that bad,
Yep.
you can go, okay, I don't really need to be here. Like, this is a rough time. So you want the product to be good, but that the entire experience itself is so much to be gained, and I think there's a lot that gets taken out of it whenever we're starting to move now into like, we can do everything right here at home. You lying in bed on a Saturday morning, just waking up, you can say, oh, so and so dropped a new album. Boop. You can listen to it, and it's probably going to be a very, very different experience than, hey, so and so's doing a pop-up concert down the street. They're singing stuff from a new thing that they're going to drop in a week or two. You want to go? Yeah. Tickets are really hard to get, and you figure all that stuff out.
Yeah.
It's the ritual of it, and the ritual is really where it happens.
I agree. Yeah. So what was the last garbage movie you saw?
Ooh. Ooh, that's a toughie. I try really hard to not watch garbage movies. Let me start with that. Because if a movie's going and it gets 10, 15 minutes in, and I'm not like, yeah, I can take away from this, gone. Like, I'll just drop it.
You leave movies?
No, that's what I'm... Oh, I see. You mean like in the theaters?
Well, no. Like, even on the Netflix.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Oh, dude. Oh, for sure. For sure. No, I have no time. I have no time for that.
Huh.
Right?
Yeah.
No. I don't know. I'm trying to think. I can't think of like the last one that I can't even think of the last one that I like left alone. There's a whole bunch that I thought, oh, I've heard this was really good, or oh, this looks interesting, or this has like, people or a director or a writer that I typically like, and I just won't start it. That list is super long, and I just haven't caught up to it.
Naturally.
I don't know. I really took that was the thing in college too. Is that my roommates were all about we're gonna find a B list, C list. If we can get a D list movie, oh, that's gold, and they put it on.
Yeah.
And in my head, I'm going, yeah, this is so funny. It's so bad, right? Keep skipping around and keep skipping to the bad parts. And they're going, no, we're gonna watch all 2.5 hours of it. In my head, I go, I'm gonna die because this isn't even at a certain point.
They not fun.
They weren't even like funny bad. Funny bad is funny.
Yeah.
What was that Room? No, sorry, the movie.
The Room.
The Room. Yeah. The Room is funny bad, and even then, I still found myself like, okay, I'm gonna bump ahead just a little bit to save myself some time.
Gotta watch that whole thing.
Just a little bit. But that's like funny bad.
Yeah.
We're talking about the people that made this movie tried really, really hard to make this movie, and it was just terrible. The actors were bad. The writing was really cheesy. It's not even comical. It's just, man, this is sad to watch. Yep. I'm sad. What was the budget for this movie? Oh, it's pretty low budget. Probably like $3 million. It's like $3 million. Are you
$3 million. Imagine.
Are you kidding
Spending
me?
$3 million on garbage.
Garbage. Someone gave the okay for that. I can't think of the last one. What's the last garbage movie you watched?
That would be either the Benedict Cumberbatch animated
The Grinch?
Grinch.
That's a thing?
Terrible.
Yeah.
That's a real. I mean, okay, just hearing that now that I say it out loud, I can see how that is gonna sell pretty well. What is it? Is it on a? Oh, it's Illumination.
Yeah.
No, I'm not. No, it's not. Nah.
The Grind.
The grind. Yeah.
Oh, I see. I didn't know that was Benedict Cumberbatch. I had no clue. Sorry. No, I've seen that photo all over the place.
Yeah, that was
unfortunately.
terrible.
Yeah, I can imagine.
But I still finished that one. The only movie that I can remember not finishing was, and it makes me sad because it's also Ryan Reynolds, who's one of my favorite actors.
Yeah.
But Six Underground.
Oh.
Michael Bay.
You didn't finish it?
Didn't finish it. That's the one movie it's on Netflix. I actually stopped.
It's bad.
It's
I don't know how far you got.
so bad.
I chose not to watch it. I was like, I heard too many bad things about it. I was like,
My brother tried to say, I was home once and he was saying like, oh, I heard this is like awful. Let's watch it. Thinking it's going to be like haha awful. And then we started watching it. Yeah, we had to turn it and go, it's not even haha funny.
It's just bad.
It's just bad.
They gave an effort and they failed.
Yeah. Oh, tons of money. Oh, I can't imagine. Yeah, what's the budget for Six Underground? Oh, no.
It's gonna make me. Are you?
$150 million.
Excuse me?
Oh, no.
$150 million spent.
$50 million.
Now, granted, I'm sure Ryan Reynolds got like a large portion of that.
Imagine how much bread you could buy with $150 million. Oh my goodness. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, so Ryan Reynolds for
27 million. It's awful. They almost got Denzel. That's crazy.
He asked for 30.
And he should have.
Yes, for that. Yeah.
And yeah, if you're gonna make him do that, holy cow! No, I can't.
That hurts my feelings.
Yeah, I can't do it. I can't do it. Now I do have this bad habit. I will start a movie at any point and finish it all the way through. You could say, how much did I miss out on?
Shout out.
That's a super cheap movie. 15,000.
Paranormal?
Paranormal Activity. 15,000.
The
Oh,
very
that's
first
like
one.
that's dirt.
And they made like way more.
Way more.
Millions.
Yeah. No, I will. I will.
Holy
I will start.
What?
I will start a movie. Anywhere through it.
$193.4 million off
Off
Yeah,
of
they did.
15,000.
They did
of
good.
15,000.
Yeah.
Jeez,
Could you imagine?
You were saying though?
I can't. They did better than Six Underground.
Sure did.
You can start
No,
a movie at any point.
yeah, I'll start it like right in the middle, and
hate
then
you.
and then it'll go all the way to the end, and I'll just finish it. And then if somebody asks me, "Have you seen this movie?" I'll say no. Okay. Well,
That's all the end.
well, I've seen some parts, and what I really mean is I saw basically all of it except not the first like third or not the first quarter.
Wait, how do you find a point to start?
Cable TV.
Oh,
Yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah.
Back when that was real.
Yeah. Some movie on
Yeah, when I go over to my parents' house, yeah,
No.
if something's on the TiVo or something like that, or
Yeah.
I'm flipping channels. But yeah, I'll do that. I'll do that, no problem. And even if it's bad,
I hate that.
because in my head I go, I don't know, I haven't seen all of it, so maybe the beginning was really good.
And just fell off.
Maybe if I saw the beginning, this would all make sense. And maybe I just don't have it done yet. But if you flip that and you go, okay, the first 15 minutes is rough, I'm like, too bad. Too bad. There better be some crazy twist at the end that pulls it out. Otherwise, I'm out. I'm gonna take a nap. If it comes between a nap and a bad movie, a nap is always a better time.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I'll give you that. Would you rather be a mermaid
This is good now. Thank you.
or a
I was wondering what we were gonna talk about.
minotaur? Minotaur is human body, horse bottom, right?
It's Centaur.
Centaur.
Centaur. Yeah.
Yeah, Minotaur.
Minotaur is the horse top. Human
I
legs.
think it's like a ox top, but yeah.
Ox top, whatever.
Oh. Is it an ox?
Yeah, bull.
Okay.
Bull. Yeah, so centaur or a mermaid.
Do I have to pick? Mm-hmm. No. Anyway, next question. I don't know. Probably a mermaid because I get to swim. If I'm a centaur, yeah, I can run kind of fast, but still can't swim. If I'm a mermaid, can mermaids breathe on land? Oh.
No.
How is Centaur versus Mermaid not a sci-fi original movie? Oh, maybe it is.
Let's say someone wrote something.
Hybrid Showdown?
What do we got here?
Maybe we deserved Corona.
For making mermaids versus centaurs. Yeah. It doesn't really. Looks like someone just made like fan fiction.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, idea of killer mermaid.
What's it called? I don't know. Who cares? What does it matter what I pick? Does it tell you something about me? About whether or not I pick a mermaid versus a centaur, like to be?
I don't know. Ask me the question and I'll figure it out.
I thought... I said mermaid.
You said a mermaid?
What does it tell you about me?
Even though you can't be on land?
Can I not be?
No.
I don't get to like sing for someone and do the aerial thing. I don't get to sing for some sea urchin tentacle woman and then she gives me legs.
Maybe.
It's a maybe. I'll take the mermaid. That's a chance. It's a shot. I don't know of a centaur story where the centaur, talks to some weird old oak tree and he gives him human legs too.
That's fair.
What does that tell you about me that I picked mermaid over centaur?
You are fish boy.
I mean, technically.
What did you just say?
He's fish boy.
You are fish. Who is fish boy?
No. What does that tell you about me as a person?
Oh no, let me formulate it.
You're
Give me a
fishy.
second.
Okay. Because you answered that too fast.
Fish boy is a pop band. In case we're wondering.
Oh, they're in Denton. Wow.
Fancy that.
Hippie.
I got nothing.
Man, what are we doing here?
I got nothing.
You can't tell me.
I can't formulate anything off of that.
You can't tell me.
I was just thinking about things that are like
Here's
half human, half something.
Bro, this is super easy to do. People do this with astrology all the time.
Yeah.
I just tell you I'm I don't know, a crab king. That's my sign. and then you literally just make up anything you want to. And I go, no way. That's crazy. And then I go, put it on my Instagram. That's it. Try it. Here, let's try it. Let's try it. So my sign is fern grass.
Fern grass. All
Yeah.
right. So you are one with the earth.
I knew it.
You do not like being walked on,
That's true.
but you're a pretty soft individual. So you let it happen.
I do.
You are always thinking the grass is always greener on the other side.
It's good use of grass.
But you are easy to manage.
Mm-hmm.
You do not have what's the word I'm looking for? You're not needy.
Oh, I forgot to tell you this though, and this is important. This might affect your answers. Pizza Planet is in retrograde, so
Gotcha.
what does that tell you? That might change.
Oh, well,
things.
Pizza Planet's in retrograde.
Yeah.
So you are an ethereal.
Are people gonna get mad at us?
Maybe.
Yes.
You're an ethereal individual.
Okay.
So you are not only one with the earth, you are also one with the universe.
Gotcha. I'm also a candy corn rising,
Candy corn, right?
just in case you want to.
Okay.
I'm giving you the full deal.
Full deal.
Yeah,
Okay.
you're my full horoscope right now. I need all of it. These are cheap
so from
shots.
Candy Corn
I gotta
Rising.
Stop.
Candy corn rising.
Just so we know, plant astrology is a real thing.
Oh my God.
I believe it. Yeah, easy. Ain't no problem.
Plant astrology is a real thing. At the astrology plant recommendations for earth signs: the Hindi rope and ginger.
Okay, that's me.
For water signs: aloe and bottle palm. I don't get it.
So back to your candy corn rising. So we are Ferngrass.
Yeah.
We are Pizza Planet and Retrograde.
Yes.
And Candy Corn Rising.
Yes.
All three of those mixed together equals to you being a very easily approachable individual.
I have been feeling that way lately. I have been feeling pretty.
You have a
pretty
sweet
approachable.
personality, and you have much to give.
You know, that just lines up so well with how my week went, man. I really appreciate it. Now, here's my question: how do when I tell you things like I'm a ferngrass and candy corn and all this stuff, you give me all that, but when I say, what does it tell you that I said mermaid instead of centaur?
I don't know.
You got nothing.
I got
you
nothing.
Have nothing. To
I was
that.
digging
Damn.
Deep.
Okay. Well, that's fine.
I guess I just need more to go on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess so. I guess it's my turn, huh? We're just trading questions.
Yeah.
I was ready. You threw me off with the movie thing. I was ready to go full into like, here's how we fix. No, not really.
I knew we weren't going to get there. And I feel like we talk about that.
The ritual thing?
Well, not the ritual thing, but
I know
just
what
like,
you mean. No, we don't have to do that.
like we just talk about all the problems in everything that we do.
It's pretty cool,
And
right?
it just
pretty cool.
just kind of makes me sad.
What's the best thing that happened to you this week? This is your first week back teaching.
My first week back teaching.
What's the best thing that happened to you?
Honestly, I got to see my kids, man.
Yeah.
I miss seeing my kids.
Oh, that's sweet.
I miss seeing my kids. I got back to like really working out.
Yeah.
You know, I took a week off at the beginning of Christmas break. And then the second week I was like kind of in and out of the gym, just kind of depended.
Yeah.
Because I was like, you know, back and forth on weddings and seeing people and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
So this was the first week I was like in the gym, and it was really cool to not have a really pressurized time limit on me finishing the workout.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Which is, it's so nice.
Yeah, I bet. What time are you waking up this time as opposed to when you were before?
Like
I know.
5:30.
Yeah, which is way better than.
Way better.
Yeah.
Taking my time.
Yeah.
I make breakfast every morning as opposed to making egg whites the night before.
Yeah.
I am cruising into the morning. Kind of do some stuff before school. Start my first period.
Nice, man.
Teach my classes.
That's fantastic.
Nice.
That's good.
That's really nice.
You know, I asked a kid this, and I said, "How was your break?" And they didn't really give me an answer. He was a middle schooler. And then I was like, "What's the best thing that happened?" And they went, "Nothing really." And so I thought I'd just lean it straight into it. And I said, "Fine, okay. What's the worst thing that happened over your break?" Which may be a dangerous question to ask.
Dangerous question.
And it wasn't dangerous answer, but I was shocked at how quickly the student went, "One of my toads tried to eat my other toad." And I went, "What?" And she goes, "I have toads." And I went, "All right." Well,
That's toad talk, I guess.
yeah, I guess I
brought
asked
this
for that
upon
one.
me,
Yeah,
yeah.
so my bad. Sorry about that. Let's just get on with your lesson. So, you know, that's good to hear. I was worried for a second. I'm just curious how many other people have toads, because apparently I have no clue.
I didn't know. Well, I could have assumed people own toads. I assume some white person owns some, like one of every animal.
Yeah, for sure.
Like I feel like it's a safe bet that if there's not like a standard pet, a white person got it.
Yeah, oh, yeah, for sure. I've been to Florida. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you right now. Yeah.
What's sketchier? You're dating a chick and you go home and she's got a snake or a bird.
Snake.
Sketchier? What do you mean by sketchier?
I don't know, whatever that feels in your heart.
Oh, okay. Well, Pizza Planet is in retrograde.
Pizza Planet's in retrograde, baby.
I think I would be more surprised by a bird just because I don't know that many people who own birds. I will say, though, the people I know who do own birds are like super, I'm a bird person.
Yeah.
Very much like horse girls are like, I'm a horse girl.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. I think...
Tried to see a pizza pen. It was in retrograde, but there was no results.
You don't need to look up. You'll be able to feel it.
You can feel it.
You'll know it in your
You'll
heart.
be able to understand. We can give you a reading or something if you really want. I'm gonna stop. This is
I'll read your palm
this
trees.
is mean. I'm gonna
Your
stop.
palm trees?
Yeah.
Just go
Shut
outside.
up. Stupid.
This ridge.
Can't do this.
Uh,
Oh man.
do you not have palm trees?
I had a really good time. This is the last appearance on your, on your podcast.
Do you like my fake ficus?
Yeah, that's where I thought of fern grass.
Very nice.
I don't think it's like a sketchy thing. I think I'd be more surprised if anybody, not even like I'm coming back from a date or something like that. I think anybody I walk in and they didn't tell me before. You know what? That's what the problem is. That's the problem with this question. Is that you assume that if someone owned a bird, they weren't going to tell me about their bird before I found, like, I went to their house and I saw the bird myself. If these people have birds, that's the only thing I'm going to hear about from them beforehand. Because bird people will tell you all about their bird. They can't not tell you about their birds. So, like, I'm going to have a heads up if it's a bird person. If it's a snake person, it might come up. Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe it comes up a lot. I don't know many snake people. I know one dude who I grew up with in Lubbock who, like, he's like a reptile whisperer. And he works at a veterinary clinic, but he does like reptile, pickup services, and does like kid shows and gets called out to, the like habitats and stuff. And he, here's a snake and blah blah blah. He does all the handling and things like that. But besides him, and that's his job. It's not like he just has a snake for, it's just a pet. Like he has reptiles, but he's also, that's his line of work. My brother
Makes sense.
was trying to do. I can't even remember what the project was. My brother lives up in Oklahoma City, and he does graphic design, among other things, for his mainline gig. But when he was in college, he was supposed to do, I think he was trying to do research or trying to put something together for like an independent film that somebody had. It's on Hulu. My brother had like one scene in it, that like he animated and stuff. And
Badass.
yeah, it got good reviews. I didn't watch all the way through it. You know me. And
You're a bad brother.
bad brother. He's going to try and pick up like models. He needed like little model airplanes, and he's going from certain places. And somehow along the chain of contacts of who he's supposed to go to, he ends up going to this dude's house. And he's like, "Oh, are you the reptile guy?" And the guy's like, "Who are you?" And he tells him, "I'm just told to reach out. You got a lot of reptiles." And he goes, "I do." And this dude, my brother, walks in this man's house, and this man like takes him down in the basement, and it's just like, I don't even know how to describe it. What I got from my brother's description is that it's just like halls and halls and halls of little drawers, like filing cabinets almost, except they're clear.
Nope.
There's tons of them where you like pull it out, and in every single one across this whole room, in the entire basement of a house, every single one of them is like a different like reptile or lizard or snake or something. Like a weird, you go downstairs, take your pick, you bring the money kind of a thing. And my brother went, "Oh, okay," and was like looking at it, and I can't remember if he was trying to get pictures or drawings or something of them, but this was for a class project. He had to find a local business. That's it. He had to find a local business and then offer them, "Hey, for my class, I have to make a logo. It'll be free, but I need to do it for a real business and go through like the negotiations and stuff." And so when he was looking up local businesses, like so and so's reptile house came up. And he goes there, and it's just a normal looking house, like in a suburban neighborhood.
You said reptile house?
Yeah, so he goes up there and is like,
legitimate house.
Is this so and so's reptile house? And the guy's like, "Who are you?" He goes, "I just need to make a logo. I sent you an email and all this stuff," and goes down. And then after showing him all this, my brother makes this logo. But the dudes that were talking about this kept asking my brother, like, So who all's gonna like see this? Like who's all gonna see the logo and stuff? And he's like, it's just for my class. You guys can use it if you want to. Like, no, it's okay. We work pretty close, like directly with our customers. We don't do a lot of advertising. So I don't know if it was like, I don't know, exotic
black market,
illegal lizards or something like that. But somewhere in Oklahoma City, out in Edmond, I guess technically Oklahoma, you Google some reptile house, you might be able to find where this thing is. Homeboy's got the hookup, is what my brother said. What are we talking about?
You asked about the snake versus a
snake chick versus bird chick.
Oh, well, now I'm more confident than ever. Yeah, that dude's got snake. He's not going to tell. He's not talking to you.
Yeah.
If they have a bird, you're gonna hear about it very first thing. Absolutely, because that bird's already gonna have a separate Instagram. that bird's already gonna have a whole other setup on its own. Edmond, history of the reptile house, view from the man.
What's worse?
Look up reptile house, Oklahoma.
What's worse, bird person or cat person?
I don't think. I mean, it's not like a better or worse thing. I have nothing against cat people.
No, it's a
or
better or
bird
worse
people.
thing. Answer the question.
Oh no. Let me put it this way. I'm sure there are cat people who I would love and cat people who I wouldn't be a big fan of. And I also think there'd be bird people who I would love and also bird people who I wouldn't be a big fan of. I don't think whether or not it comes down to, is it Bob Clark? I think it might be Bob Clark Reptiles. Click on the ad. Look in the neighborhood that's in. If you are into reptiles, this is the man to deal with.
He's only less than 5 hours away from us.
Like look in the neighborhood that location is. And if it's suburban,
y'all keep talking. Give me a second.
you hit it square on the head. If it's just like a normal looking neighborhood. It's near Edmond too. Oh man, I think that's it. Bob Clark Reptiles. Holy cow! My brother lives near that lake.
Folks, we might have found it.
We might have found the reptile house. Thank you, Bob Clark.
Drop them off. There we go. That's
a storage unit.
That's not good.
Well, you know. Anyway.
Alas.
I don't have a problem with whatever choice of pet people want to keep, as long as it's not other people. That's when it is ridiculously problematic. And
That's fair.
We need to get
That
authorities
looks
involved.
real sketchy.
Yeah, man. He said it sounded like it.
That's just it's a
It's a
building with
warehouse.
a tin roof. Yeah, it's a little creepy.
Thank you, Bob Clark.
Shout out Bob Clark.
I can be your first sponsor.
Can you imagine?
Bob Clark.
Sponsored by Bob Clark's. What is it? What is the entire thing?
Bob Clark
reptiles. Yeah.
Bob Clark's Reptiles.
Heck yeah. It's right next to the Sonic. And the Golden Chicken.
As any other good thing is, it is put right next to a Sonic Drive-In.
I was going to ask you something, and it's
anything-
gone now. I'm sorry.
Wait, is anything good by a Sonic Drive-In?
No.
I was say I don't know of a Sonic Drive-In where we're like, ooh, this is a great location.
I feel like Sonic buys cheap land.
Yes.
Yeah, it's real estate. They serve, 99-cent drinks. Yeah, it's just...
That's what it is.
Yeah.
I just have it's not even a vendetta. It just kind of sucks because there are a lot of people that like cats. And I can't because I'm mad allergic.
I am slightly allergic.
I'm mad allergic.
I'm allergic enough that if I lived with a cat and I was like carpeted, that I would have a problem with it. They make hypoallergenic cats. Wait a minute. Hypoallergenic cats are bred. Sorry. I don't know who they is.
They make them.
I didn't mean to say
the man.
they're manufactured. I didn't mean to say that.
Well, they are. And they're gross.
Okay, here's the thing though. So cat people, at least it's cats. Bird people, birds aren't even real. So
They're not.
You're right. Birds aren't real.
This is definitive.
yeah.
Everybody in this room agrees.
Yeah.
Birds are
That's
not real.
enough for me. That's 100%.
100%.
Yes.
Yeah.
3 out of 3 doctors recommend.
Yeah.
We're not doctors, but we're
I'm a doctor in the fact that birds aren't real.
okay.
What? Say that again slow.
In conspiracy theory, that's a weird.
I don't know what I said. I can't repeat what I said.
That's
I said
why I
what I
asked
said,
you.
though.
You're a doctor and birds aren't real.
There you
Yeah.
go.
That's not a thing.
Yeah, it is.
You're just replacing anything and putting I'm a doctor in front of it, and that's it.
I'm a doctor of lamps.
If somebody could be a doctor in literature, why can't I be a doctor in birds are fake?
You know, having gone to grad school now, it's a valid point. I'll be real, man.
I just have to write a really convincing paper.
There's a lot of opportunities for people to have a lot of time and money put into advanced degrees about nonsense.
Yeah.
And you know what? You do what you got to do. If it makes you
Graduate studies in ornithology.
What is ornithology?
right
Study
below
birds.
study of birds,
Huh?
which is funny because right below that search is top quality novelty fake degrees. And that's what I thought.
Let's take a look at these.
What I thought.
Let's take a look at these. Cell biology development.
That feels real.
This feels real. Fish management. These seem real.
Those seem real.
I don't know why we're.
It's hard to tell anything anymore.
Can you look up most nonsense degrees?
Don't do that. I don't want to have to look that in the face. I have 2 music degrees. Please don't look this up.
The 10 most useless universities.
Oh no! That thing said culinary arts.
I did. So I'm
Ooh.
already off to a rough
Oh.
start. Number 1 is culinary arts, nonsense. Fashion design, it's a hard gig, but I'm going to disagree. Art history, yeah, it could be very useless. Music,
Hey.
shout out.
There
Biology,
it is.
that's not. No, that's a legitimate degree. Communications,
Yeah.
it's a blanket degree, so I get where they're coming from.
It's a good thing to have though.
Yeah, liberal arts, yeah, studio art and fine arts, it gets dicey.
Shout out.
Performing arts gets
Shout
dicey. Anthropology and archaeology. Archaeology can be pretty useless.
Yeah.
It's a hard thing to. It's so specific and there's not much for it.
Yeah.
Worst college majors.
Don't do this. Don't
Well,
do this.
we're here.
Any kid that's about to go.
Gender studies.
Oh.
Oh man, we are gonna make some people mad.
Yeah. Peace studies.
Is that a thing?
Disruption.
Hang on a second. This isn't real. Who put disruption?
Their degree in disruption.
What'd you
Can
major
we
in?
click on that?
Exclusive at UFC.
Disruption.
Okay, it's USC. That makes sense. USC is pretty made up as a.
I think it's taught by Dr. Dre.
Well,
Or
I
sponsored
get
by
it.
him.
I feel like USC is pretty legit. I'll be real, man.
Dance.
I don't know what to tell you.
Golf management.
Well, see how I do things out here,
Unfortunately,
Connor?
I feel like that pays a lot. What'd you say?
How I do things out here is I make wildly inaccurate statements, and then I just stand by them.
Yeah, but everybody does that these days.
Yeah.
People with the highest power in the land do that.
But I'd like to think people can hear the satire in my voice.
Yeah, they can.
Sometimes.
Sometimes. Birds are fake, though.
That's fine.
That feels racist. African American studies.
Yeah, that does.
Fine art, feminist theory.
Why is French food by itself as a major?
French food.
Theater arts, human geography, art history, cooperative management, ancient Greek. That feels fairly useless.
Yeah. This is long.
I'm done with this. I'm through with this.
Be gone.
No,
Wine
I'm good
making.
with this. All right. Well, I waited long enough and you didn't do it. You going to promote my throat noises or what?
Love it.
Where can people get the
They
throat
can't.
noises?
They're bad. They're not worth listening to. But I thought you would ask about them so that I could then go, they're bad. Don't
Did I
listen
not
to
ask
them.
about
They're
them?
no good.
Oh,
No.
we talked about it before we started recording.
Yes.
I apologize.
I'm just making a
You have
joke.
anything else to promote?
I'm making a goof. No, they're okay. I lied. They're not awful. They're just disappointing compared to how much effort it was to try and make them.
That's fair.
If you're into Mongolian throat singing, this might be, I don't know, mildly related. Probably not really. Maybe it sounds
Have
something
you heard
like it.
metal Mongolian throat singing?
Yeah,
Have you heard metal Mongolian throat singing?
yeah,
It's gangster.
yeah. It's really, really out there, and I'm a fan of that.
Super aggressive.
I'm a fan of it. It's
dig
out
it.
there. No, I'm putting a few more things up on my Instagram these days, but not much. It's more of just like I think I just need to start writing a little bit more and start.
Just trying to do the damn thing.
Yeah, just like even if it's not something that is, wow, this was crazy good, or oh wow, this was like the hit. Just doing it more.
And this is the weird thing, because you talked about it, like you feel like there's a lot of people just putting content out for the sake of putting content out, and it's a lot of it doesn't have actual value to it. But on the flip side of that, as a creative individual, the only way you get better is by putting your content out.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, I think that's the thing, is that how do you distinguish between or differentiate between, like, this is something that I made that I'm really proud of, and it doesn't matter who likes it, I'm interested in it, and for that reason, I'm just going to put it out there.
Yes.
That's a scary thing to do,
Yes.
especially when maybe what you do or what you believe in or what you are making is not, the most sellable thing in the moment, or maybe even later on. That's different than, okay, I'm going to engineer a product that is made to, like, be viral. I am making it to have clickbait. I'm making it to have all the right hashtags. I'm putting it on all the right. I'm using all the right buzzwords in the phrasings and all that, right imagery. Red circles around certain things to make sure stuff moves up in certain things. When it's like that, I think that the actual. I hate using that word. It just feels like it's dirty now. The word content feels dirty now. Mm-hmm. Whatever you've made, whatever product it is, it feels like when you do that, it gets swallowed up in way too much of the marketing, way too much of the all the frills and all the I don't know, the envelope that is sending the thing is really where the effort goes into. It's like, it doesn't matter what we make. Who cares what we make? All that matters is that it gets out to as many people as possible.
Yes.
That's very different than what I make is incredibly important. And even if only one or two people resonate with it or find that there's something of value in it, that's more than enough of a win for me, because it's something that I can, without a doubt, go, yeah, I'm really proud to have made something and made this.
I was listening to something earlier this morning, and I'd never heard this term, and it was really interesting. I need to finish listening to what they were talking about, but apparently there's a term out there called astroturfing, which is exactly what we're talking about. The difference between a grassroots project and an astroturf project, where it's like it's engineered to look as if it's a grassroots project, but in reality it's a fake nonsense in order to sell X, Y, and Z.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
It's wild.
Yeah, you put enough money into something and you can buy all the things that normally would take a really long time to grow on its own from like a smaller project. Oh, yeah, absolutely. And, I don't think that there's anything evil about that at all. It's just you end up with a whole lot of turf that all looks the same and all is doing the same thing. And you end up with a lot less of, like, I don't know, being interested in what this individual's actual voice sounds like. What is this person really, what are they interested in? What do they like to create? What do they like to put out? What are the things that they're doing that gives me a better window into their life and the things that they're sharing, as opposed to just like, well, I mean, it said all the right things and it, looks a certain way, so it's palatable.
Yeah.
I don't know. You see this, it's just a matter of like resources.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get rich quick.
I like to think we're doing the right things out here.
Oh yeah.
I hope.
If anything, I always have respected that, for what y'all do here, for what we're talking about right now, it is 100% your, whatever you want it to be, whatever you and your guests want it to be, whatever you guys want to create, and what y'all want to put out there is 100% y'all's own thing.
Yeah.
There's not someone going, hey, like, listen, this is really cool, but also maybe you should structure it this way, or maybe at the beginning you should do this thing, or maybe at the end you should do this. I understand that there are certain like tools and certain trends that make things, I don't know, a little more marketable, but also, I don't know, I'm tired of that. Personally, I'm really tired of look, it's super marketable and it's like really sexy and everything about it looks as clean and minimal and we're doing all the things that all the other trending people are doing. Like, I don't know. We have too much of that. We have plenty of that.
Yeah, I agree. It's weird. It's gross.
Yeah, man. It's a weird time to I don't know, I think a lot about, have we ever been in a time period where we were this saturated with like information all the time? I don't think so.
Never.
I always just, I try to think maybe there was a time when there was like a parallel, except it was just like written or something else. But I don't think so. Not like today.
But like the thing at the Capitol, we wouldn't have known about that for
a
while.
Like 100 years ago, yeah. 150 years ago, yeah.
Yeah, there would have been would have been news that we saw like just one channel would cover it, like NBC would cover it like 30 years ago. Like, all right, cool, we're doing news here.
Oh yeah.
Great, and that's kind of it. That's all we would know about.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean it's easier than ever today to start a cult.
Yeah.
With how much info? Seriously, QAnon. I think to a lot of us, QAnon is like it's kind of a meme. It's like a joke.
Yeah.
Wow. There's people that like are really invested in that. That's crazy. But more and more, you talk with people and people who have loved ones, and they would tell you, so-and-so person that I know is very bought in. They are ridiculously invested, and it is becoming a danger to them, so much so. I don't know if that was something that we could have done with as much traction and speed as it picked up before. There's this thing, maybe I've talked about it before, maybe here, maybe not. I've been thinking about just completely ditching my phone except for very specific things. There's a thing called a light phone, which literally it's just a jitterbug. Like it's a very sleek way of saying, hey, get a burner. Literally just get like a cell phone. I wouldn't need to pay, it's like $300 or something like that. I could go get a $20 thing.
That Walmart.
Yeah. But seriously, I've really thought a lot about, maybe especially like weekdays or something, or I set a schedule, and the only thing that I have access to from my phone on my person is texts and calls, and navigation is helpful, maybe that. But besides that, maybe that's all I need for certain hours of the day. And I know there are settings that are on our devices where you can disable certain stuff like that, but they're built for us to work around them. Like they're built for us to get into it. And I don't know, I haven't brought myself to really move forward with that. But
yeah, I feel you, man. This is the first year in 3-4 years, I think 4 years, that I don't cut out all social media.
Yeah.
At the top of the year. Usually I'll go January 1st to my birthday.
Yeah.
And just not have any social media. And I couldn't do that because, that's the only way I'm able to promote the show.
Yeah, well, and everything right now is online because so much stuff is still closed down. So, I mean, I get it for sure. That's the flip side is that, man, if there wasn't so much just constant stuff being thrown at my head, there's a lot of really useful tools that are at our disposal that are really incredible. It's just so easy for it to be bombarded with like advertisements and bombarded with bad news or untrue news even, or people sharing all kinds of stuff. So let's just move. Just make a new city.
Okay.
New rules.
Yep.
First rule, be cool.
I'm here for it.
Second rule, no new rules. That's it.
Just be cool.
That's it.
Just be cool, man.
One rule is just be cool. All right, that's
cool.
it.
Just everyone be cool.
If you come into the city and you're asked, hey man, you gonna be cool? You say, I'm gonna be cool. You let them in. If they're not cool, you say,
Hey, man.
Wasn't very cool.
You ain't being cool.
It was very cool of you, sir.
You get one more shot, and then after that, you go, sorry, man.
You gotta bounce.
It's not cool. Yeah, you got to bounce. No hard feelings.
Cool court. I want to.
Yeah, it's all good here, man. It's all good.
No
But
hard feelings.
you're gonna have to go.
But she wasn't cool.
No.
All rise or not. You can chill out.
Yeah, yeah. You know, whatever you're feeling.
If you want to stand up,
That's
cool.
totally fine.
If not, cool.
Don't worry about it. That way, if somebody stands up and like yells something or waves a giant flag that we fought against 150 years ago, everyone can all just look and go, "Oh man, that's not cool.
That's not cool."
Obviously, oh man, that's not cool. And they go, "Oh, I'm sorry, that wasn't cool. That was my goal."
Sorry.
Kind of bring it down. We just need to chill out.
Everybody just needs to chill out.
Yeah, that's it. Just
Take a
take some
second.
time. Calm
some
down. Yeah. Oh yeah. Get a cup of decaf.
A cup of decaf.
Oh, we gotta talk about that.
We gotta talk about decaf.
Oh man. Okay. So sorry.
It's a blessing.
Sorry, I cut the rules off too short. First rule. Be cool. Second rule. After 5 p.m. only decaf coffee. No coffee before that. Unless you gotta stay up or something, We're cool. We're cool about it.
Vast majority of the coffee shops are just gonna go straight decaf, but they'll have a singular
Man,
pot.
wouldn't that be great? Maybe that's the solution. All the vices that we have, for the most part, are all what's the word? It's not a depressant. It's a
Stimulant?
Yeah, not all of them, but I feel like just like the normal things that we eat throughout the day. Like, oh, let me sell you this. Oh, get this. Check it out. Boom. This new thing. Our new candy bar has caffeine. It's like, why is there caffeine in the candy bar? What?
Sugar and caffeine.
Yeah, but it's sold as like, get that boost in your day. It's like, nah, cut it all out. Guess what? That candy bar, it's got NyQuil, baby. You're gonna be so good.
Sleep.
You're gonna be so fine. It's gonna be totally easy, no big deal. All the coffee in town is decaf, but don't worry, it's still got that great flavor. So you can take that sip and work on whatever your website is, and you can just be cool. You just chill out.
And whenever you're tired, you go sleep.
Yeah. Everybody in town just kind of talks like this the whole time. Everyone's like, "Hey man, how you doing today? That was good." Whenever all our high school bands all sound like Miles Davis or Chet Baker on every instrument. It's just the ideal tone is just like air, not even sound. It's just air moving through the instruments, and all the parents and all the extras go, "Nice, all right," and that's it.
Yeah, man.
Cool town.
Cool jazz is the only kind of jazz.
Yeah, that's it. That's all we've got. Even the metal bands, it's all acoustic.
Yeah.
So it's nothing's plugged in.
Is it acoustic sense? Oh.
They do like the really loud whispers. Well, you can tell that it would be loud if it wanted to be, but they're
super
cool.
intense.
Yeah, but they're cool. Yeah,
It's not.
and that's totally fine.
Sounds like a good nation.
This is a Portlandia skit.
It's Portland.
It definitely is.
It's gotta be.
I fell off.
It's gotta be.
I fell
yeah.
off about 2 minutes ago.
Yeah. when you realized it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was down with the decaf, but then once you
I went full send. Yeah. Sorry.
you know how I feel about Portland.
I get taken away with a good bit.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
I'm saying
Sometimes too far.
I
No,
just
Mo, but
hate
decaf,
Portlandia.
that's key. And when we last talked with that coffee with Connor thing, I wasn't on that decaf yet.
Yeah, neither was I.
I got put onto the decaf, and I get it now. I understand it.
Yeah.
For so long, I thought, coffee, uncaffeinated? Why would you drink coffee if it's not caffeinated?
the whole point
This
of
is
coffee.
dumb. It's ridiculous.
Is it?
The whole point of coffee is that. But now that I've been drinking it just straight black for several months, and I'm really interested in I'll try different beans and try different flavors and different roasts and all that stuff. Now I find myself going, oh man, it's 9 o'clock at night. All the boys are jumping on to play games online. I really want a cup of coffee. I can't have a cup of coffee. It's 9. And then it hit me. I realized I get decaf.
Yep.
I get it. The HEB pecan is so good. It's so good. It's like an alternative to hot chocolate at night. It's that good.
Yeah, you feel less childish.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness. Yeah, I never felt more adult, ever, then sitting down, I just poured like a glass of sparkling water from like the big Topo Chico bottle,
Nice.
like the big glass one, and had just brewed some of that decaf coffee. And I went, oh, I mean, I might as well retire, right?
This is being
like,
grown.
This is it. This is it. This is the deal. Oh boy.
Okay.
The only thing, but if I would have had like a brisket that just finished, from like 48 hours ago, I would have gone, man, I'm a grown man now.
Just brisket.
Finally. Oh man.
All right.
So good.
3 questions for you,
Oh no.
and then we'll bounce.
All right.
You could answer them however long or however short you want.
Okay.
Okay. What's your favorite conspiracy?
Nah, dude. Oh. Sorry. I didn't know you were gonna ask me. I thought it was gonna be like yes or no. Nope. My favorite conspiracy theory.
What's your favorite conspiracy?
Dude, I don't have a conspiracy theory.
You don't? Do you not enjoy conspiracies?
Not enough to like actively look them up. Okay, here's the thing too though. The people that I know who are like, most of the people who are, I'm all about that conspiracy theory life are also people who a normal day will go by and by the end of the day they will find some part of the news and go, hey, well, you know why this happened, right?
Yeah,
and it's
that's
like,
fair.
Whoa. And at first you go, man, you're pretty funny and you keep up with conspiracy theories. But when they just do it day after day after day, you start to go, hey, are you good? Like, you keep saying this stuff and less you're saying like, haha, right? Haha, that'd be funny.
Yeah.
And they just start saying it day in and day out and it turns into, oh, okay.
The earth is flat.
I don't think you believe all these, but I'm also very much not convinced that
You do not
not
believe.
Yeah, very much like that.
Okay.
Once that hamster gets on the wheel,
it just keeps
But I
on going.
You don't feel any way about like JFK?
Nah, because that stuff's gonna come out in like 2020. I think it's like 2027 or something when the files
Everything
on that
gets
report are
redacted.
supposed to get
Everything that had gotten redacted.
Yeah, they're supposed to go like public. And honestly, I mean, I don't care. The whole JFK thing, it's like that sounds bad. I didn't know the guy. I don't know. Now I will say the flat Earth thing, that is a favorite, and that's funny because there are so many. That one took off.
Yes.
That one took off like crazy. And there are conventions and there's all kinds of stuff. And I guess I kind of understand. I understand how if you look deep enough into it, like it's kind of like the deeper you go into it, it's not that, oh, I'm finally realizing that I understand everything. It's that your world increasingly becomes less and less about what reality is, right?
Yeah.
The deeper you go, the more your perception starts to warp. It gets darker and darker and darker until all you have is what's around you, and you go, well, it's right here. And you're at the bottom of a hole going, light's not real. I knew it wasn't. They were right.
Yeah.
Light's fake, and you're at the bottom of a well. Like, that's and you there's a way to come back out. But I had a friend who tried to like nonchalantly bring up I wanted to drive, and she tried to bring up how, and so and so always makes fun of me because of flat Earth stuff, and I laughed for a little bit, and I went, "What do you mean?" and she's a smart girl, and she goes, "What? I don't know." And I went, "Do you think the Earth's flat?" And she goes, "I don't think that. I'm just not sure that it's round, I guess." And I went, "Okay. You're like on the path. You're like headed that way."
Yeah.
But I think in her head, it's like, it's funny. Like, what does it matter? It's a funny conspiracy thing. And maybe it is, maybe it isn't. When it comes to other stuff, that's where it's like, okay, well, if you can believe that, you can believe other things.
Yeah.
Was it the whole jet fuel and steel beams and things? Those are the kind of things that that can get dangerous.
9/11 gets dicey.
Yeah, QAnon gets dicey. Yeah, all that stuff has the potential.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's your favorite barbecue meat?
The important one.
I only ask the important questions out here.
Well, now I'm scared of your third question. This is number 2. Wow. You know, you can't beat just a really fatty cut of beef, like beef ribs. Me and Scott were at Kent Black's barbecue, and I was like, "Oh, let me get some of your brisket," and they said, "Yeah, you want that fat or lean?" And I didn't realize they were going to ask me. I just assumed they'd give me the lean.
Yeah.
And they went, "Fat or lean?" And I looked at it. I looked at the meat that they were about to cut into, and I went, "Oh, give me that fat. Give me that fat." And I don't eat barbecue near as often as people think Texans do.
Yeah.
Anything like that, you know. It's kind of a luxury in certain ways.
Apparently, we've got an audience in Canada, right?
Yeah.
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 Whoa. Do we need to start talking like this, Sean?
Dangle A.
Portray get over that.
Ontario.
I can't do it. I'm not going to do that.
I don't know what you're going for. I thought you were trying to do a Canada accent.
Nah. Oh, no, sir. I was going to try to do that Texas
Dangle
accent.
South accent.
Yeah. No, I was trying to get that Texas accent.
Yeah,
See, when you go up in
But I
Lubbock,
tell you, you
Texas,
quit.
a lot of our accents up in Texas, up in Lubbock, a lot of the accents you hear, they're not that strong. They're just a little bit. I told this to my friend in New Jersey. He was down in, we were out on the Miami Beach.
Oh, yeah?
Out at one of these bars, yes, sir. And he asked me about my accent. He's like, "You don't have an accent. Why don't you have an accent from Texas?" And I said, "I can pull it out if I need to. It's not hard. It's just deep in there, but I just don't do it." So I started talking like this, and I kept talking for a while. And he said, "Man, stop it. You're kind of sexy." And I said, "That's I don't pull it out very much, but it's here. It's here."
You got to do what you need to.
I didn't grow up with an accent. I didn't grow up. My parents don't really have one. And maybe if I went somewhere else. No, I take that back. All the way through high school and college, I thought, maybe I have an accent, and I'm not sure because I'm in Texas, and we all are here.
Yeah.
But then I went to Florida and talked with people, and everyone there was like, "No, you don't have anything." Maybe every once in a while, it comes out. Like if I've had a drink too many or something, a drawl kind of comes out a little bit. But besides that, no, it's pretty normal.
I feel you.
Anyway,
when I was in elementary, people used to think that I had a New York accent because I can't pronounce my R's.
Yeah. In New Jersey, New Jersey accents are weird. Jersey accents are really strange, and it's only for random words. Like instead of water, they say water.
Wordy?
Give me a glass of water.
Yeah.
Get some sparkling water.
Get some A.
Is it A?
You trying to do Canada?
Canada? Ontario? What?
That's all I do. If you say Canada accent, you just put A at the end, and then you're okay, A.
Either you're gonna get like one or two more Canadians watching your show, or you're gonna lose all your Canadian subscribers from that joke.
Please don't leave me.
What's your third question?
Last one. So you know how you have those like Pizza Hut, KFC, Taco Bells?
Yeah, combination.
Yeah. Now imagine there was a mega one where every fast food joint was in it. You can put together your perfect meal. What is it?
What's the location? That's called Lubbock, Texas.
No. God damn it.
What you just described to me
I'm
was
saying
Lubbock city limits is what that was.
No. I'm saying you roll up
Yeah.
and you're gonna make a meal for yourself.
Okay.
Okay. What's
the meal I make?
the meal you make?
Man, you're asking some big questions that I haven't ever thought about ever. I think I'm probably just gonna get like, I don't know, man.
Completely mix and match. Anything you want.
I won't do it though.
Every fast food joint.
Every fast food joint? Man, I'm gonna disappoint a lot of people right now. I'm just gonna go get a Cane's box combo. Anyways.
I mean, this is a solid choice.
Now I'm disappointed.
That's a solid choice.
I'm really angry with you.
I don't know what to tell you, man. Like, if yeah, you ever go? There was an ice cream place that I used to go to. It was called Sheridan's Custard, and besides everything else on the menu, what they'd say like, "Hey, we'll give you vanilla custard. We'll give you chocolate custard," and that was always like a, "What am I in the mood for?" Am I in vanilla custard mood or am I in chocolate custard mood? And I just pick one. And I go, man, I'm so glad I was right. And if I wasn't, I can literally turn around and go, I was wrong. Give me the other one. And that's it. Now, Sheridan's got bought out by another place that ended up being called Jay's Creamery. And it was pretty much the same thing, except that they added all these other flavors and all these other things. And they did what businesses do. They do business things. And all these other flavors come up and there's all these toppings and all this stuff. And I go there and I look and I just spend a really long time looking at the whole menu and I think of all the different possible combinations I could get. And then every time, it doesn't matter what I order. It doesn't matter. I get it and then I eat it and go, I bet this isn't as good as that other thing that I could have gotten. I probably could have mixed this better. What if I got that flavor in this topping? I'll never know. There's too many combinations. How am I going to know that I have the best order that I can at this restaurant if there's too many things for me to choose from? Back when it was vanilla and it was chocolate, it was easy. It was easy for me to go, oh, hey, today's a chocolate day. I know because I had the chocolate and I'm really happy and I know I don't like vanilla. Or, oh, it wasn't a chocolate day. Easy fix. Go get vanilla. Boom. I'm happy now. Also got 2 custards. I'll save the chocolate for a chocolate day. Put it in your freezer. Then you get it out on the chocolate day and go, man, I'm so glad I got to keep this instead. Okay, so your proposal of this mega restaurant is ridiculous because I'm gonna walk in, look around, my anxiety's gonna kick in. I'm gonna sit there and go, this is hell. This is my worst nightmare. And then I'm gonna pick one thing to soothe my body and take it out of the shock that I just put it in. And I'm gonna put blinders on and just eat the one thing and go, this is good. Like this, big fan. Chicken fingers right now. Man, that's so good. And then I'm gonna leave, and I'm never gonna come back ever, unless if someone said, "I want this restaurant. The only place we can go to get to that restaurant is in your, dystopian mega restaurant."
Yeah.
Then that's a mission. That's how I shop.
Okay.
If I go to a mall, I'm only going to the mall because there is this store. It is only at the mall here. I'm going straight in. I'm going straight to that store. I'm going to get the thing I need. I might get one other things if they're very specific, but I'm going to get out. It is a straight line there. I am not about this whole walk in, what would you like? It's like, you asked me earlier in the grocery store, like, what do you want to eat tonight? And I went, I thought you were cooking. And you went, yeah, what do you want me to cook? And at that moment, my anxiety went, vroom, because it's like, there's infinite possibilities for me to get this wrong. There's infinite possibilities for me to pick a bad thing. And then other people are going to have to eat it tonight. And then I'm going to sit there going, I did this. I picked the bad thing. And I can't undo that. And now I'm here. So anyways, I can't pay you for the therapy session that you just gave me. Sorry about that. But I appreciate it.
As it goes.
Some stuff to work out. What would you make?
I've said this a couple times.
See, you've thought about it.
What did I say? I know for dessert, I'm getting an apple pie from McDonald's. And then
you look visibly just enraged by it.
Like in my head, I'm like, oh, you're thinking like multiple courses. I have no clue. In my head, that doesn't even come across because I'm just so I'm so intimidated by the idea of having to build this thing with infinite resources. I don't even get to the point in my thinking of like, oh, I'll have like an appetizer and then I'm going to eat this and then I'm going to eat this, like a tasting menu, like a fast food tasting menu.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
So apple pie from McDonald's, a vanilla soft serve from Chick-fil-A. Okay. For my appetizer. I'm going to go chili cheese tots from
Don't say it.
Sonk.
Oh, you said it.
Then I'm going to get a Whataburger.
Okay.
A1 thick and hearty. With the Arby's curly fries. And McDonald's Sprite. And then I'll get
I can't hang with the McDonald's Sprite. That's a separate conversation. I can't.
You have strong feelings
You
about
just made a lot of people
things.
mad.
That's like the most syrupy syrup you could ever get.
No, you're right.
Dr. Pepper's, not Dr. McDonald's Sprite makes my stomach sticky.
Actually, I'm going to retract that statement. I'm going to get a Bill Miller sweet tea.
Okay, yeah.
And then I'm going to have a side.
Thank you for admitting that Bill Miller's is fast food.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, that's going to make a lot of people mad.
It's fast food barbecue. It is what it is.
Absolutely. No, it is. It is, 100%.
It's great, but it's fast food.
It's tasty. It's not barbecue.
And then I'm going to get the chicken sandwich from Popeyes.
Which one? Spicy?
Spicy. Yeah. Got to get the spicy. Come on now.
Yeah.
I think that's it.
Yeah. Two things. There's nothing stopping you from making this reality.
You're right.
So.
Except for me feeling like a garbage human being.
Well, you can get over that.
Fair.
Are you the master of yourself?
Sometimes.
That's a test for you. If you can do this, right?
I don't think I want to do it.
Right. He texted me yesterday, and he said, I was telling him, I'm gonna come up this time. I'm gonna leave at this time. I have to teach from this time to this time. And he said, tell me that I'm a garbage person if I don't go to the gym. And I said, I'm not gonna do that. Nope. I love you no matter what. I love you either way. And he said,
you could not go.
He said, thank you, but I need you to tell me that I am a failure if I don't get this workout in. And I said, I can do a lot of things. I can't tell you that. My love knows no bounds. And if you can channel that, you can have that whole meal. Now, physically, you will pay.
Yes.
But mentally.
Oh, yeah. That's gonna wreck you.
Yeah, no. I don't want to try to gloss over that. No, you're gonna be put on your seat. Absolutely, 100%.
I might die.
Chili cheese and Whataburger, like at the same.
Yeah.
But from Sonic, dude.
I'm starting with Sonic.
You're starting with Sonic.
Who starts with Sonic?
Chili cheese tots.
Chili cheese tots.
I'm done. You can turn it off now. No, we're done. We can close out. I can't believe this. Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me.
You're welcome.
I have a lot of anxiety now. It's really cool. I had to think about too many choices. Really pumped. Go look at my throat noises on Instagram if you want to. They'll be up soon. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe I don't. Maybe I just quit. That's totally fine.
Ooh, what's your Instagram handle?
Talk of the Towns.
Talk _of_the_towns.
Never had to change it. Thought about it a few times. I haven't.
I'm amazed that Marcus Bonilla was just available.
Just available at a different time.
Yeah, different time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was on Instagram real early.
Yeah.
Wild. Well, as always, thanks for coming on, big dog.
Yeah, thanks for making me dinner.
You're welcome. Next time, hopefully it's a little less anxiety ridden.
Yeah. I just bring it.
I mean, it's who you are as
Just
a person.
count on it. Yeah,
It is what it is.
it's gonna be here. That's fine.
Yeah. Well, thanks, man. As always, Evan, thank you, sir, for being here, making sure that it records smoothly. Everybody that rocked with us all the way to the end, y'all the baddest. Thank you for showing all the love and support. Y'all be easy. Peace.